All right. Hello, South Bend. My name is Bill Waskom. I'm the principal at Kennedy Academy, and I'm joined today with one of my colleagues, Lisa Artuzzi. She is our director of the planetarium and STEAM facilitator at our school. So we're here to share a little bit about Kennedy. So I wanted to tell you, first of all, a little bit about what makes us unique. Here at Kennedy, we offer academic challenges that are beyond those required by Indiana academic standards. We are reaching highly capable kindergarten through fifth grade students. The Academy provides a stimulated educational environment in which students participate in both guided and self-directed exploration across subject areas with emphasis on STEAM. Here's our lovely school right here, Kennedy. And so STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And the Academy does use these areas as our focus, and we are available for all elementary children who meet the criteria for admission. So what is STEAM, and how does that work out here at Kennedy? So we are a STEM certified school through the Indiana Department of Education, STEM being the science, technology, engineering, and math. So STEM education integrates those areas with the goal of deploying problem-based and inquiry-based approaches to teaching and learning in the classroom. So here's kind of an example of what you might see in a STEM environment. A lot of hands-on, a lot of kids collaborating, communicating, and working together to solve problems. And so we do all of these things while developing critical thinking skills and creating pathways to post-secondary readiness and career opportunities. So we feel it is equally important to integrate the arts into STEM at Kennedy, so we call it STEAM instead of STEM. And the STEAM classroom is that non-traditional classroom that shifts students away from learning information, skills, and rote procedures in isolation. And instead, we integrate those and we work towards investigating and questioning interrelated facets of education together. STEAM education aims to develop a student's ability to think logically, solve problems, innovate in both academic and real-world content, engage in inquiry, and collaborate with peers. It's also intentionally making connections across subject areas where appropriate and requires that shift in instruction that connects education to students' own interests and experiences. So a frequent question that we have at Kennedy is, what does a typical day look like? So, in a lot of ways, it's going to look similar to some other school formats. However, we do have that integration of STEAM. So, we have a lot of fun at Kennedy throughout the day. We have breakfast provided free for all of our students. We have a morning meeting to develop community in each of our classrooms. We do have a Monday morning meeting with the whole school, typically, where we all come together. Of course, that looks different now, but we typically come together every Monday morning. We celebrate successes. We work on building community. We look at different skills that help us with our daily interactions with each other. We will have some hands-on STEAM experiences integrated across the curriculum throughout the day. We do have a literacy block that focuses on literacy instruction, again with some of that STEAM integrated. We have lunch also provided free to all of our students. We have recess, typically 30 minutes a day. We have a math flex, which I'll talk about more in a bit. We have special area classes. At Kennedy, we have art, music, and PE, but we're also fortunate to have Spanish instruction for all of our students, K through 5. And then we close out our day after, all of these different activities with a closing circle to also help with that community building. So I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Lisa Artuzzi, to let her talk a little bit about STEAM and some of the things that we have special at Kennedy.
That's right. Hi, my name is Mrs. Artuzzi, and I am so proud to be over at Kennedy Academy. And we have two amazing spaces that we have here inside of Kennedy that help us work with our STEAM. They're called our maker spaces, or sorry, let me scooch forward. They're called our maker spaces as well as our creation stations. We have them housed on both sides of our building so that our K1, 2 are able to have access to one of the labs, as well as our 3, 4, 5 has access to the other one. Inside, you'll find that there are lots of creative materials for them to get used to and have fun with. For example, one thing that we have over at Kennedy inside, well, actually, let's do this. So this is actually some of the materials that a student can typically find inside of the creation station. You'll notice over here, sorry, oh, here we go. Over here, we have lots of materials such as like them being able to use yarn as well as string. There's crayons and markers and pencils and erasers and straws, and I mean, you name it, we have it, coffee filters even. And so the kids are able to come up, design and explore their creative problem-based learning. They also have a couple other cool features inside of them. In our 3, 4, 5 lab, we have some 3D printers. That's right. So our students are able to utilize their Chromebooks and then bring their designs to a physical 3D print. So that is great for us to help continue for our students to be able to engage in their science and engineering as well as just plain old tinkering. Another thing that we have at school that makes Kennedy unique is that we have MathFlex. MathFlex works inside so that we're able to take our highly capable students, and that varies in knowledge and skills, so we're able to separate them and then also help diversify instruction so we meet each student on their level, so that they're able to switch classrooms, again, pre-COVID, but we can't wait for this to end and come back to normal so that our students are able to go ahead and be inside of different classrooms, getting different instruction from different teachers inside of their grade levels. They also are periodically assessed so that we make sure that students are in the right spot at the right time for them to continue on their journey in education. Let me see. Then we also have a couple accelerated ones as well. And this is a great old picture of math. That's right, we absolutely love math. That's part of that STEAM, remember. So another thing that we have that's very unique to Kennedy is in the past we've had an amazing science fair. That's right, we partnered with Notre Dame and the Northern Indiana Science Fair and Engineering Committee so that we are able to have each student independently learn in grades 4 and 5, and then third is also invited, where they're able to create their own project-based learning. That's right. Students come up with a real life problem. They investigate it. They use a scientific method so they're able to break down and learn what they could do to help our community grow. So this is an example of how many science fair project boards that we've had in the past, and we actually are so benefit and by so many different ways that we're able to get the community in there. That's right, we've had our high school students come and help judge, and that was Clay as well as Adams and Riley and even Washington. Yes, that's right, everybody comes. And we also have guest judges from the area. Many of our school board members have come and helped us judge in the past. And then once we're able to identify about 250 projects all the way down to 15. Those top 15 move on to the science fair over at Notre Dame. So again, this is a real big treat that our students always love when they come to Kennedy. Another cool thing, my job. That's right. I get the pleasure of working inside of our planetarium. Not only do we help our students here at Kennedy understand astronomy, but we had a huge grant that enabled us to help renovate our facility. That's right, look how gorgeous she is. This is our planetarium. That's right, our planetarium is still equipped with that 1972 star ball, but we also have upgraded the features so that we have a couple of digital aspects. So if you see in the back right over here, this is now makes it so that we're digital, and then for a sweet treat, we have a laser light show system. But these chairs are so rocking and so awesome so that when our students come, they can explore the stars and they explore so many other things based on whatever we're working on within inside of our STEAM units in our school. The other thing that's nice benefit is that there are many field trips that also come and utilize this facility. So this is a treasure here in South Bend. That's right. So again, we have a lot of cool things going on at Kennedy. Last but not least, that I want to talk about before I turn it back over to Mr. Waskom, is the opportunity that we provide for our students after school. That's right. We want to extend that learning not only throughout our school day, but then continue on the process of learning. So we have many after-school clubs that they're able to come and participate in. Some of them include our Lego engineering, which is built for our second graders, and then we also have astronomy club. That's right. Astronomy Club for our third graders. We have our fourth and fifth who are inside of the bell and vocal choir. And then we also have Vex Robotics. And so here's a picture because we were blessed. That's right. We advanced all the way down to Indianapolis last year where our students were able to compete on a worldwide scale. And so we just had a blast. If you take a look, each one of them has a challenge that they're able to complete, but we worked really hard and we're honored so much back in March. So again, this is one of our awesome clubs, as well as, of course, Lego and astronomy and bell choir and vocal choir. But wait, I forgot to. That's right, we have a green team. Green team, let's take care of Mother Earth. Here we go. So we have our students who actually are able to come and help give us conservation tips, as well as learn about how we can continue to take care of our environment. And last but not least, Spanish Club. So we have many opportunities for your students to not only get involved during your school day, but then also afterwards. So thank you so much for your time. But guess what? Mr. Waskom is back to talk about some great stuff. Thank you.
All right, it's great to rejoin you to share a few more things about Kennedy. We do have a few other things we'd like to talk about. Another frequent question that parents have about Kennedy is, what is discipline like? And so we do follow all of SBCSC rules and guidelines outlined in the Student Code of Conduct. But through the proactive implementation of positive behavior interventions and supports, PBIS, and responsive classroom strategies, we have been able to see a dramatic increase in students doing the right thing and a decrease in student discipline issues. So our core values are kindness, pride, and awareness, KPA, and we emphasize these traits in everything that we do at Kennedy, and we are very learn more. We also, to help us, have a lot of great parent involvement at Kennedy. We ask our parents very early on in the admissions process to become partners in the education of their child. And so we ask parents to sign a letter of commitment before they attend Kennedy. We have a parent-teacher organization, or PTO, that does amazing things for us through fundraising and coordinating events, such as we have a Kennedy Color Craze. Here's a picture right here of our kids having such a great time here, raising money for our school and helping us to be able to provide additional funds for our different initiatives and things that we have going on at Kennedy. We have a back to school picnic that our PTO sponsors. Kind of provides a time for us to come together as a community at the beginning of the year. Again, all of these things have been modified this year due to COVID, but these things we're looking forward to in the very near future. We have informational nights to explain curriculum expectations and let parents know how to support their child. We have family STEAM nights with hands-on activities to have fun learning with your child. We have music concerts for each grade level. We have several community outreach projects throughout the year, such as Thanksgiving baskets that we just finished. We have a spring food drive and several other things that we do throughout the year to help with that community outreach. So another question that's frequently asked is about transportation. We are a centrally located school. We do pull from all of South Bend and even parts of Mishawaka that are within SBCSC area. And we do provide bus transportation free for all of our students across South Bend, except those that might be living within a limited walking area around Kennedy. So that is something that we set up for parents, and it's a great opportunity for our parents to be able to get their students to school and still get to where they need to be in the mornings and in the afternoons. So I wanted just to briefly share about our admissions process and what to kind of expect if you're interested in Kennedy. So we do have an application. The magnet application is available on the SBCSC and Kennedy website. There's a link there. You'll go and complete that application if you're interested. It does allow you two choices for your, if you're interested in magnet schools. Once we have that information, you will be contacted to come in to have your child complete some assessments. Those assessments include an ability assessment such as the Naglieri or the COGAT Cognitive Abilities Test. We also do a test of literacy skills and math skills, and those are the things that we look at. All of those things are collected. We take a look at those to determine eligibility, and if you are eligible, if your child is eligible for Kennedy, then we send those letter of intents out, and we ask the parent and the student to complete a letter of intent, and that is basically just showing that you're committed to the rigorous expectations here at Kennedy. And then we have an orientation, and the orientation session is held for parents and students prior to the academic year to just make sure that you have all the information you need. We have all the information we need from you. And so we would encourage you to apply now, definitely. And then if you're interested in a tour, if you'd like some more information to help you make a decision, we're going to have guided tours available by appointment on Wednesdays or in the early afternoons after school is out, just to provide the safety of our students that are at school. So on Wednesdays or around 3:30, 4 o'clock, we'd be happy to set up those tours, individual tours, and you can just call the school. The number is 393-3100. So we look forward to seeing you and hearing from you and answering any other questions you might have. And I don't know, did we have any questions as we were going along? Nope. All right, very good. So it's great to see everyone. Thank you.